guys, so it's me, Kiani. Today's video, I am back with some very exciting news. For the past 3 years, you guys know that this has been a place of transformation. I have been in and out of YouTube, but if you're following me on Instagram or even TikTok, then you've been able to see that how I have completely started to transform my mind and my body. I would like to consider this phase of my life from going from flawless glam in the mirror to pushing myself beyond. You've seen me chase my goals from sculpting my body before I competed in the Miss Georgia competition to now we're entering the world of Hyrox. I want to take you guys along with me on this next journey of strength, discipline, and wellness. I'll be training for the Hyrox competition in Tampa, which is in October of 2026. I have about 5 months to really get my mind in sync with my body to make sure that although this is a runner's race, that each one of these stations I can actually do my absolute best. And whereas this is my first time competing in a fitness competition of this magnitude, I'm super excited. Editing Kiani here, I realized once I was editing that I did not give you guys a simple brief overview of what Hyrox is. Hyrox is a fitness competition. There are different ways that you can compete. In my competition, I will be competing as a single female in the opens. My competition is 8 different stations, and in between each station is going to be almost a 1 mile run. Luckily, I am considered as a runner now because that's a vast part of my training. I'm looking forward to doing it. I really want to be able to push myself in the sport and fitness realm, and what better of a way to do it than in Tampa in October. So I'm hoping you guys enjoy and stay along with me for the journey, because you know what? We have some work to do. So if you've been thinking about your own fitness journey, I would love for you to hang out with me as I really go along and figure out the best way for me to give it all that I have. And I just want to be able to post that content here, and I'm hoping you guys don't mind. But today we're going to continue to chat a little bit about Hyrox, but I also have some makeup favorites that I've been using when I'm not in the gym that I want to show you how I completed this look as well. So come on, grab your makeup bag and whatever you're drinking, and let's get into this where I've been chit chat video. Let's go ahead and get into the glam before we start yapping, shall we? Today I'm actually going to be using my Dalba First Spray Serum. I've really been enjoying applying this to my face before I go to the gym, and I've actually gotten a lot of compliments on how amazingly healthy my skin looks. Now, to be honest, most times I'm hearing that after I've had a profuse sweat, but for the sake of the video, doesn't she look pretty? And I do like adding this right before I apply my makeup just to do something really quick. I absolutely have been loving how this lays on my skin. Like, it doesn't make it too slick, but it gives it that initial glow. And a lot of days, this is all the skincare that I'm going to get around to. But as you guys saw in the intro, I'm super excited to be headed to Tampa in October for this competition, and this competition has been all over the airways. Show you what I just used on my eyes. Since we haven't done this in a while, this is what I just used on my eyebrows, starting here first. But this competition has been all over social media, if that is part of your algorithm. And I honestly don't even know how I was lucky enough to get access to the competition. But I am excited to really push my mind and my body, because I have about 5 months to get through this obstacle course of workout sessions. And I'm really excited to see how this type of training is going to transform my body yet again, because I've taken you guys along for the journey as I have basically been recompositioning my body, and more so on Instagram and a little bit on TikTok. But I'm really excited also to be bringing this kind of series to you guys, because it's happening. And with the last transformation that I went through after I had my surgery, and I'll refer back to that video if you are new here, I really am pleased with how I've been able to get my body back into what I would even say show composition, because we competed in Mrs. Georgia last year. I did great there, and I really felt like I had won before I even showed up to the competition because of the amount of work I had to do to even get into a pageant gown. I had tons of sponsors that really poured into me, and it just really unlocked a different part of my brain because I had not had to work that hard to get my body back in a form that I was familiar with. So with this journey, I'm definitely hoping that I can inspire somebody that you can honestly do anything you set your mind to. And I'm speaking that into existence because it's going to be a lot of work. So bouncing back to makeup, this is the product that I've actually been using, and you'll see that it's worn off, but this is probably giving you a little bit better of indicator. But this came from the Dollar Tree. I will also leave the video that I highlighted a lot of my Dollar Tree favorites in the down bar. But this is how I've been getting this full fluffy brow and really enjoying the shape of them, because I've let my brows grow out. Mainly because a lot of days I'm in, skincare and sunglasses going in and out of the gym. So really being able to put makeup on today is a treat because it's midweek. It's not even shampoo day. Like, I'm really going to go into a training session tonight, working legs. So this is just for you guys. So the brows still look a little bit wonky. They look kind of Oscar the Grinch, but that's kind of the vibe, a little bit more of a elevated natural vibe, you know what I'm saying? So we'll come back to brows. I am almost out of my black Opal foundation stick and still using that as a bronzer, especially going harder on the bronzer if my hair is pulled back, which 90% of the time it is. And I can honestly say that I sent my hairstylist this photo right here because I had been thinking about cutting my hair back into a pixie. And she politely did not schedule me an appointment any sooner than my 6-week appointment, because I know she's like, girl, that phase is going to be over in just a minute. Like, you would literally be setting yourself up to jack yourself up like every day of the week, because I'm in the gym 5 days a week. I don't know what happened with my camera. It just did something wonky, and I think the lighting is coming back crazy. But this must be a really, really necessary video because everything is happening to keep me from recording it. But as the girls say, and we move, honey. I am looking really, really orange right now. Like, the lighting is changing as we speak. Hold on, I'm going to shut one of these lights off. Close one of these. I'm thinking because my backdrop is so fluorescent, we're going to have to change the backdrop again to keep it from looking so golden. But you guys, hang in there. I've really been enjoying my Putty blushes because they just make the skin look so hydrated. So we're just gonna dab this over. This one is Elf Tahiti, and she is much loved. I'm just using a flat kabuki brush, and although this one is angled, I'm going to turn the head of it around to put the most product on the apple of the cheek, and it tends to make the application smoother. So if your application is looking really, really splotchy, consider how you're holding your brush. I've been influenced, and both of these are golden concealers by Haus Labs. I have number 34 and number 32. Number 34 I've been using as my foundation. So I honestly just use it to kind of sculpt out. And I mean, I lay it on there. I love everything about this concealer. Even the little tip, the applicator. I do think that it might be a tad bit too flexible, because on my first, I guess the first wand that I purchased, I did use it all the way up, but because I was so, I guess, harsh with the application toward the end, the bulb of the concealer broke off. But to be fair, there was nothing left, and I'm just using it as foundation. And then number 32, which is a tad bit lighter, I'm using it in a full coverage concealer manner. And even with my drastic fine lines that are starting to show, I'm going to say partly from all of the facial expressions that I make in the gym that are making them accelerate in appearance, this is still a beautiful, beautiful concealer. And I add on a generous amount, and it just honestly brings my skin to life. So if you have not tried this concealer, she's the one. And I know I've done several videos with my Lancome concealer. In the Lancome concealer, I'm still using the Bisque N. She's good, but dare I say, this is better, especially if you have fine lines and dry skin. I'm going to grab my Rotate Mix brush and just buff this in. Like, I've done a really, really good underpainting with applying the bronzer first and then doing the blush. And this is just going to allow everything to marry into one another. And if I dare say, I might actually end up putting the Haus foundation on my Mother's Day wish list, because the concealer is just this good. Like, it is so good that I can only imagine how beautiful the foundation is. I just honestly go through concealers more than I do foundations, because I can use them a little bit, I can build them up and use a lot, I can turn them into full coverage. If I get more of a tan, I can mix the colors and get a darker shade. I can use it as a brightener. Like, it's very flexible, and I feel less waste. I typically don't use a full thing of foundation, but you know, at least in one colorway. So I don't want to feel like I'm being wasteful, but this one, I honestly feel like it's so beautiful. It would be worth it to give it a try, especially if you're a foundation girly. Are you seeing how beautiful that is, just airbrushing out? Oh my gosh, so good. Not a stitch of primer, no blurring stick, not even like a for real moisturizer. Like, just my skin, a little bit of spray, and just dewy products. Like, that's good. Like, that is good. It's giving me just a little bit of that everyday glam that everybody so wants. And like, I'll be 51 this year. I honestly was starting to give up hope, like, around my eye area, because the fine lines were really starting to do me in. I'm going to show you. I'm going to even go back in with a little bit more of this and just build it up right here in this crease of the eye. And I'm going to do it with confidence, knowing that it is not going to have the opposite effect on me as the day progresses. Hair on my brush. I have not tried this using my, like, a beauty sponge, but I feel like it's so sheer. The concealer is so sheer yet buildable that it does all the things that we at this big age would want. Oh God, so good. Now I know I started talking about Hyrox and I got involved in makeup, so let's get back to Hyrox. I originally was supposed to be working out or actually competing with a partner of mine from the gym, but on the day that we were getting our tickets, they were selling out. Like, it's been a thing all over social. They sold out so fast, and in a last ditch effort of mine, I ended up pivoting to singles, and the only thing that was left was a charity ticket. And some people feel some kind of way about getting a charity ticket because you do have to raise like an additional $400 toward a charity of your choice, as long as it's on the approved charity list. And I am going to be working or raising money for women empowerment, which is right in line about what I've been about for years. So I didn't feel horrible about it, although I do know several people had things to say about that, but that was how the cookie crumbled. Now I'm still trying to convince some of the girls at the gym to come down to Tampa with me, and we can volunteer, because that way they should be able to get a ticket to compete later in the year, and then I can kind of go and support them. So I am, you know, I'm a girl's girl. Whatever we need to do to make the troop and the crew excited, that's what I want to do, you know. I have to show you guys. This is another one of my Dollar Tree new finds. It's called Natural Charm. So cute. So cute. Just mixing the colors. Not doing anything too crazy. Just giving the eye just a little bit of a accent, you know. But the training is going to be, I know, intense. I honestly need to be looking at other gyms that already register with Hyrox to get in on their already trained program, because my workouts now need to probably switch to more of a Hyrox theme intensive. So when I am competing, I am just mimicking the trainings that I've gone through. I am hearing that it is a runner's race. I have been keeping up on my running. Like today, I increased my run time after strength training to a 5K. So I'm actually up to doing 5Ks 3 days a week, doing strength training 3 days a week, and now I need to add on at least 2 days, so almost like doing doubles of Hyrox training. So I just don't want to go and not be prepared and you know, run out of steam before I really give it a good go. So like I said, 5 months. I'm definitely going to take you guys along for the journey of what this looks like getting ready for a competition. And I think maybe bringing in like the things that I'm eating, what I'm training in, how I'm fueling my body, how I'm using the training sessions as therapy and connecting with people. Like, it's my whole evolution of getting to this Hyrox competition, and we'll see what happens after that. But right now I'm loving the smoky eye, and yeah, I just feel like it's going to be like a whole nother evolution for me, because you know, the kids they're doing their own thing. Chandler's making college decisions. Chloe's about to be done with her cybersecurity licensing. So the kids they're doing their thing. Earl and I are, you know, we're locked in. We've done our part. You know, we've thus far gotten them to a place that they have, you know, choices and options. And yeah, I just don't want to forget that this is my life too, you know? And right now I'm enjoying being able to push my mind and my body into places and vessels that are outside of the realm of what I've known in the past. And, you know, remembering who I've been, you know, for 30 plus years. Like, I've been the makeup girl, you know, and that's still a core part of me. But I feel like in order for me to be fair with you guys, there's a lot more than me doing makeup. It's more me making it up, you know, like what next? So I'm hoping you guys are kind of getting what I'm putting down. And as I say that, I'm having to bounce back to a very, very specific phase of my life. Do y'all remember this title, this word right here, Stilazzi? The company is no longer in business, but I was able to get my hands on their, oh my gosh, who is it and why? I was able to get my hands on their Battle Lash Mini. And she's so good. She's so good. I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of lash adhesive, because whereas we normally on this channel do a full on lash, if I'm doing a lash, this lash really does remind me of my lash, but better. Like, it's more in line with me wearing my hair bag, you know, being in athletic wear 90% of the time, and you know, just staying true to who I am at this point. So hopefully you guys are understanding. In this video, I know it's all over the place. My phone is going off because I'm hoping the girls are making concessions to get to Tampa. I'm thinking that's what it's about. So I apologize for that. Nothing's changed on the mascara front. I'm still using my Essence mascara. If I am wearing just mascara, then I will use the lengthening mascara first in black, which is in this tube. I'll use this one first, and this one says brown. I also have it in black. And then, sorry about my phone, guys, I will come back and apply the volumizer mascara, which is this one. But today we're going to apply on this lash, so I'm only using one hybrid of the mascara. I'm gonna give that time to dry, and I need to moisturize my lips. Going to go on my lips right now with our restock of our lip balm. This one is an herbal mint, and look, just a beautiful, beautiful, smooth lip, which is perfect for this because I have so many people that don't wear anything on their lips that I've been coming in contact with, especially at the gym. But I am a lip balm girl, and you can find yours at www.liptricks.com. And this weekend only, you get a free one with any $37 or more purchase on LipTricks.com. Use the code MOM26 because it's Mother's Day weekend. And I just think this is so in line with soft glam. I just can't even stand it. Is that Lash doing it? Is she? I'm so sorry if this lighting is horrible. But if I'm ever going to come back to YouTube, I have to stop allowing little things to get in the way. Notice I have not put any mascara on my lower lash line. That's also something that I have started refraining from using. It just helps me accent the upper lash so much more. I love that. And I think I'm going to use a little bit of Persimmon Picking just as a liner. Persimmon and use a little bit of Present. I love that. Long wearing, hydrated, moisturized. But the last thing that I want to do to really seal this look, because I started with this Dalba spray. It has a little bit of an oil base to it, as you can see, that's floating at the top. I am going to add a little bit of my Sephora. This one is the Neutral Sand Powder. And I'm just going to pat a little bit of that right in the area that I have a little bit of obvious pores, just to give it a little bit more of a full coverage look. And when I tell you, does that not look like full coverage? And if you want it to kind of calm any area down, this Sephora powder, and I'll tell you, I'm so impressed by that. Like, it just blurs just the way it should. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't buckle in the middle of the day. It doesn't start to do that crazy oxidation thing. Like, I've really, really been impressed with it. Mine is very, very crumbled up because I've dropped it one time too many, but she still works. Just using a little bit of a bronzer to kind of thin out this nose. Take it up into the brow area. I like to go back over my forehead with just a little bit more intention. And I'm using my Danessa Myricks, the number 9 in the blurring powder. I like to use this because I can dance over top of powder and just make the skin look like I've been naturally bronzed without it having, you know, so much depth as the black opal. And then I just like to brush over my lid. And there we are. So, I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this updated video on me and some of the things that I've been getting into recently, and kind of giving you guys an idea about where the channel is probably going to be going the next few weeks, because I really have to chronicle this stuff. Like, it is, I'm having so many beautiful, beautiful opportunities, and the only place that they're landing is on my Instagram, and I'm like, the girls, they need to know. So comment down below if you guys enjoyed this style of video. Are you interested in seeing any of my fitness routine, or what in the fitness realm are you interested in? You guys know I love to know. Comment down below. You guys also know I love to connect with you, so make sure you connect with me. Follow me on all my social media links to never miss another upload. Until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hugs and kisses. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.